Boom lovers, come together and get ready for the coziest, exploriest, and most dramatic musiciest. The most dramatic music your ears have ever had the pleasure of letting the sound waves massage them with. Now, today's bald guy rocking this video is this guy. Slim Bratsky, the most daddiest dad of them all. Now let's do this. Now, this cozy game is actually one with a story, one that does not interrupt the flow of the game at all. I'm talking nothing, not once does it present itself in the game, at least not in my review copy of it, and honestly I would actually have liked to seen it somewhere, at least before embarking on the adventure, a scrolling text perhaps, or a small cutscene, but nope. We cannot even pick up letters along the way, which is also a bit of a shame, and rarely, if ever, have I said that before in a review. I am not one for reading much letters in games, but considering the setting of the game where you walk in a town, a harbor, a castle filled with houses that you can enter, loaded with dead corpses, it would actually have been cool to read what happened to these poor souls, at least a few of them, not everyone. So what is the story, you might ask? Well, it goes something like this.
Welcome to Wizordum.
The ancient seal of Terrabruma has shattered, unleashing the forces of chaos once more. As one of the last mages of Wizordum's sanctuary, you must embark on a quest to find the source of this corruption and push the chaos back before they consume the whole kingdom. The story perfectly fits the game, but it is underpresented like I just said, and that's by a lot. I would not have minded one bit if it actually presented itself a bit more in the game. All of that said though, I am not sure, but it says in my review papers here that a scrolling text will present itself at the very start of your adventure, and I really hope that makes it into the early access, but it was not present for me. So, wizards, how do we stop the forces of chaos? Well, with a mace, magic, and a shotgun pistol, of course. And a few extra pickups here and there that I actually found myself using for once. But before I continue, I want to make this clear. One thing to know about this game is that everything is very basic. You will not be seeing any advanced enemy movements, attacks, or graphics that will blow your mind. Nor will you be seeing alternative fires, wall running, or even sprinting for that matter. The game is as basic as it gets. You navigate maze-like levels, look for switches, secrets, and kill foes, and that's that. And I absolutely love it for its simplicity. Take that simplicity and the old school style that the game is going for, and sprinkle in some very colorful colors, and I was instantly thrown back to the Wolfenstein 3D days. You know, that cozy feeling of sitting at your very first PC, running Wolfenstein, and just being amazed at how your monster of a PC actually can run the game. That's a feeling that is hard to describe, but I think it's called nostalgia. It's a very nice feeling, and with magic this game managed to bring back that feeling to me. Even though my PC today is way overpowered and probably used 1/16 of a core to actually run this game, I still had that very cozy old feeling when playing. And even though this being a very simple game, it is very well thought out. The levels, they are greatly designed, with a few oh crap I'm lost moments, but never enough to make you frustrated, as you do have a map that will help guide you in the right way. The enemies, well, they are in the same league as the rest of the game. Simple, easy, and predictable, but does just enough damage and will present themselves in numbers that does make it necessary for you to use your pickups. And those pickups, they come in the form of super fireballs, health potions, and invulnerability. Worth mentioning also is that I played on normal difficulty, and there are a total of 4 to choose from. And since the secrets, they play such a big role in this game, well, they got their own little segment here. And the secrets, my friends, they were so much fun to look for, holy macaroni balls. Each level has different ways of hiding them from you that I won't spoil because that will ruin the fun of hunting for them. But sadly, they offer very crappy rewards. They are mainly focused on treasure, a treasure that only increases your score for the level. Something I couldn't care less of, honestly. but they're shiny and they sound good when picking them up. So it's kinda satisfying in a way as well. For those who care about high scores though, well, this game will please you. It has been very well designed for speedrunners and secret hunters alike. You got the highest scores to keep track of and the time you beat the level on, making it a very nicely designed for speedrunners and secret hunters. Me not included in that. I like to take my time, look at the environments and smell the flowers, which this game equally does just as good. So how about the magic and pistol shotgun, Slim? Well, let me tell ya. So as you might have figured, well, they are basic. I use that word more than I'm comfortable with right now in this video. I feel like I maybe need to increase my English vocabulary a bit here. However, the weapons, they offer no alternative fire to them, nor upgrades. I mean, fireballs, they shoot fireballs at your enemies. Ice shoots ice. However, ice does actually freeze your enemies as well, making for quite a satisfying mace finishing move. And then finally, the pistol shotgun. And yes, I'm calling it that because it does fire 3 balls of iron at once with a spread to them. And that pistol shotgun? Well, it goes something like this. And did you catch that music in that clip? Oh, it's freaking amazing! It's incredibly well composed and it sticks out like crazy, but it also adds to the experience, especially to the secret hunting and the exploring aspects. Now, this game being an early access, I do expect the magic, weapons, enemies and environments to be expanded upon. But as is now, it doesn't feel enough. I wanted more of everything. And I am keeping in mind that it is early access when I'm saying this. But the fact that everything is as basic as it is, asking for a bit more doesn't feel like asking for too much. Now, I'm actually keeping this review very short and to the point here, as time is not on my side, as we got the Boomer Shooter of the Year awards coming right up. Don't miss that live stream, okay? But I do want to touch on one more subject in this review, and that is the level editor. Now, I am not creative enough to create my own levels in games, but holy macaroni balls, this is one easy level editor to use. It's no harder than building your own city and city skylines. It's literally not harder than choose the desired item and click. And you got fill commands, room commands for some super easy and fast editing. Mighty impressive, I must say. So in conclusion, my friends, I would really actually recommend this game. It is a very, very basic experience, but an oh so cozy and well designed one at that. I can't deny the fact that I had a ton of fun playing and looking for secrets, and even I had some fun in the level editor, believe it or not. And the whole first episode, it took me about 4 hours to finish, but I do wish that there was more of everything. More environments, more weapons and more magic. Heck, give me more enemies and mechanics in the game as well. At some points I could even feel the lack of platforming, as so many areas just tease you to get there, but a block has fallen down and there is no way to jump in this game, so you can't reach it. The game is literally just teasing you, but even though the game left me wanting more, I still recommend it. I recommend it due to the few things being here are exceptionally well executed. The levels are fun to explore and secret hunt in. The combat is basic but also satisfying. And the very, very old school feeling is nailed so incredibly well, but with modernizations here and there, making it stand out from the rest of the games out there. And all of this in the end creates a very cozy, fun and nostalgic experience that I don't think will please younger generations, but definitely the older ones like myself. And also just the fact that the game, even in this early stage, aims to please both level designers, speedrunners and cozy gamers like myself, all in one, which is fantastic.